Look at that big sexy girl.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. Good morning. It's 3:30. Got rebound out the gate. Pre-trip's done. It's time to get going. House is locked up. I already called the dealership. They're expecting me this afternoon. So let's get on this road and I'll see you guys somewhere later. Oh boy, oh boy. You ever have one of those days where it just seems like nothing goes right? Like everything's against you? Like it's all out to get you? 2 in a row. Going through Seattle. GPS issues because they have everything rerouted for construction, and I'm trying to be really cautious because that's big. And then a dump truck pulling doubles just about creams me, so I end up swerving out of his way and I'm on the wrong road, and then it's just chaos after that. So then I miss that delivery. And then make that delivery the next morning. And then I have wiring issues on the trailer, which I'm told is a common chip sheet problem. Sweet. Got that all sorted out. So here we are. Fun fact. Nope, that's not going to zoom in far enough. I'm in Canada. This is the first time I've gone to Canada. I've left America a few times, obviously, but this is my first time ever being in Canada. The roads are really good. Most of the drivers are very courteous, very polite people. Every person I've dealt with in that truck stop was amazing and polite. So I guess the stereotype is true. Canadians are just nice people. Anyway, so all of that happens, and then I end up, you know what? It might be a good thing all those things delayed me. Because last night and early this morning, going over the Coquihalla Highway, there was a lot of snow and a few pretty bad accidents to the point they actually shut it down. Maybe everything happens for a reason. Anyway, I'm here. I've gone through, done the walkthrough. Everything looks good. Everything's solid. Everything's cold. Just went and bought myself a fancy jacket because it's cold. I was hoping to get this delivered and be back into Washington State tonight, but that obviously didn't happen. So, get this one delivered tomorrow, back down to Washington State, and then got a couple loads stacked against me that I got to get knocked out. We'll see which order I do them in. One of them's on kind of a timeline, so we'll see how that all plays out. And I'll catch up with you guys and fill you in on that later. Loading and unloading in one day is fucking awesome. Okay, so made it back from Canada. Started having some issues with the lights on the trailer. Spent about a day and a half working on that. Work for a little bit, stop, work for a little bit, stop. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw that it was snowing and all of that goodness. Got that finished, started my reset. I've got a couple hours left until my reset's up because you have to log all maintenance on the truck. Whatever. Vance just pulled in. We got him loaded. He's just about out of drive time. There's only got like an hour left, so he's going to stay here. And by the time his 10 is up, my reset will be up. Have to do a 36-hour reset if you're going into Canada, which is where all 4 of these trailers are going, and those 2. So that guy's taking off. He's still got a lot of drive time. Anyway, obviously the lights are working on the truck, so that's outstanding. But something that make it make sense. Went into Canada, everything was fine, everything's good. made my delivery. Coming back into America, an American citizen with an American passport coming into America, I had to pay $14.05, 50 cents, I don't remember, but I got the receipt. I kept it. I had to pay to come back to my country. Make it make sense. Anyway, me and Vance are gonna hang out, chew the fat a little bit, get some bed, and I'll see you guys somewhere tomorrow. Experience. I drove a 70-foot truck with trailer onto a boat, and now we're gonna drive into an island and deliver these units. Be something new. I'll get what kind of footage I can for you guys along the way. But for the meantime, man, look at that view. Not gonna make a whole lot of money with nothing on a trailer, right? It has been a couple of days. So let's see. You saw on the ferry, we got that delivered, took the ferry back to America. I came down, grabbed a load of trailers out of Dallas, Oregon, took those up into Moses Lake, Washington, and then I picked up a car. And I wanted to film it, but there was some delay at the drop-off in Moses Lake. And as it was, I came in here with just a few minutes left on my 14, so didn't really get a chance to film it. But did haul my first car. Just one, single one. It was only like $1 a mile. Nothing real great, but it beat running for free. I was hoping to be able to get something out of Dallas again, but as you all know, there really ain't much on the little things, so I got nothing. I got something I'm picking up, but I can't pick it up until Monday, so I guess I'm gonna go empty north tomorrow, and I'll knock out a reset. And this next load is a 1-pick 2-drop, and I might be able to pick up a connecting load out of it. I'm waiting to hear back on Monday on that. It's Friday night, by the way. It's like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. Anyway, I'm waiting to hear back on that. I might be able to get a connecting load to pick up on Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll see. And then after that, I think it's time to go home. It'll be right before Thanksgiving, and my daughter's obviously at the house. The old lady is coming up for Thanksgiving, so might as well just go home and spend some time with the family since the load boards are dead. I'll be right in the middle of all the yards we have over here, so if something pops up, I can run out and grab it, make a short run, and get back home. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to bed. I'll see y'all later. Well, I was going to try and be a little bit artsy and lay on the bed for this shot, but obviously it's a little wet, so that's not happening. Anyway, I had mentioned there was some trailer issues. So in this connection, there was some water, and I took it apart, got down into all of the wires, coated all of them with dielectric grease, and then obviously filled it with dielectric grease. But the biggest issue was up here in the wire that runs off of the trailer into the truck and then in the truck itself. So here's that. So obviously that's going to cause some problems. There's a ton of corrosion. One of the pins is actually busted off. You can't really see that in the picture. And then it was just full of mud. So I replaced it, and I replaced that whole module with the 7-pin connector, and I drove like 300 miles, and then this is what it looked like, and here's what the trailer was doing. Completely unhooked, right? Unhooked. Hang on. That light's on. That light's on. The turn signal is not on. That light's on. Those 2 lights are on. These 3 lights are on. Those 2 are off. That 1 is on. Turn signal not on. Marker light is on. And I'll bet you, yep, that marker light's on too. So everything is on except the turn signals and the driver's side brake lights and turn signals. Tail lights, whatever. Everything else is on. Not connected to the truck at all. Also, I replaced the fuse after I unhooked, and, well, they're not blown. So, obviously a brand new connector that had 280-ish miles on it, and it's already corroding like that. There's deeper problems. So here's what I went through as far as trying to get that fixed. The first thing I did was thoroughly clean the inside of this part, and then in 4 corners I drilled very small holes to allow the water drain, and very thoroughly packed it with dielectric grease. I then took this connector apart, cleaned all of the wiring in it because I noticed it was completely full of water. I put dielectric grease around all the terminals, and then on the side of that hockey puck there, I put a little bit of RVT to seal that as well. And then up at the top, where the connector you can see at the top here, where it chokes down to the wire, there was absolutely nothing that was there that would keep the water out. The factory gasket only covered half of the circle of the wiring. So I went and redid all of that in more RVT to seal it after I'd done everything in dielectric grease. And then I put it all together. Also, while I had the wires all apart, I pulled them back through the trailer and had them drop down in this location you see here, which allowed a much better angle as far as the connection of the 7-pin to the truck from the trailer. And I wired it up in a way that it's suspended from a bungee cord, which will allow that cable to move and stretch as I turn as needed and not have it laying and bouncing around on the deck of the truck. So there's the wiring issues that I had to slow me down a couple days, which is great because my next load was supposed to be picked up on Thursday, but everything got delayed. And, you know, I lost a couple hours here and there because I was able to, you know, hunt around and find like that one car that kept me from going deadhead for 300 miles. I got paid for the 300 miles. Not a lot. I only made, you know, after fuel, I made $100 or whatever. But I didn't lose money to get that run, but that cost me a couple extra hours. So now tomorrow we're picking up the load that should have been picked up on Thursday, but I still wouldn't have made the first delivery until Monday. Now I'm going to make the first delivery Tuesday, probably Tuesday morning, so it's not that delayed. I mean, it is what it is. I can't run without lights. That's kind of illegal. So customer understands, everything's fine. So we're gonna get that delivered, and then, like I said, I'm most likely going home because load boards are dry, and my last drop, I'm 4 hours from the house. Probably just going home unless something pops up at the 1 yard between my delivery and my house. There's 1 yard, so if something pops up there, I'll run it. Other than that, going home until Thanksgiving unless something great pops up on the load board. So with that, I'm going to end this video. As always, those of you out on the roads, I wish you fair winds and following seas. Take care and have a great day.